Welcome everyone, one and all, to my reaction to Season 3, Episode 13 of Team Wolf Anchors. So, we are finally on 3B. I have heard some fantastic things about this season, but in terms of the story or anything, I genuinely have no idea because we kind of ended the last half ending everything. Like, we've ended all of the stuff with the Alpha Packs, we've ended everything with Jennifer and the Duroc. Derek's apparently leaving, or at least he's going away for a while. We also have the developing relationship of... what is it? So we've got Allison and Isaac. We've got Aiden and Lydia continuing their relationship. We've got Danny and Ethan going for it. It's like, we've got quite a few relationships coming up that we've only slightly explored. So that's going to be fun. But in terms of the actual plot, they've kind of given us nothing. The only real plot breadcrumb they've given us is that we know that now there's this like beacon in Beacon Hills, potentially bringing a bunch of supernatural creatures in. So I hope that that is the storyline we're going down, because that sounds so cool. Possibility of exploring so many different supernatural creatures. But yeah, I guess we will see what it has in store for us. So with that said, let's jump back in to the world of Team Wolf. Oh, Styles. Oh, we getting at the darkness within their souls thing. Is he having a nightmare?
No, don't let them in.
The fuck? Where is he? Is he in a locker? Like a locker at school? What the fuck? Is this part of his dream, or did he like sleepwalk? Oh shit. Okay, I would assume this is a dream then. So it's not only that there's a darkness in his soul, is he linked to the Nemeton? Are all three of them? The fuck?
You okay? Styles.
Excuse me?
It was weird. It was like a dream within a dream.
No, we're not just moving on from you two sleeping in the same bed. Excuse me? But yeah, fucking scary stuff with Styles. I hope he's okay, but I do like that we are exploring this idea of like how that darkness in their soul is going to be affecting them. Is he still in the dream?
It's like, Lydia,
What are you doing here?
what are you doing here?
Fuck. Oh, that's so annoying. Oh, I was so excited.
What if someone comes in?
Like who?
He did say in his dream, don't let them in. Oh god, there's gonna be someone behind it or something.
Styles, please? Don't, Styles! Don't go in there, please don't! Please, Styles, don't!
Oh my god, guys, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to take this season.
It's just a dream. Wake up, Styles! Wake up!
Oh my god. God, that'd make you terrified to go to sleep every single fucking night, wouldn't it? Knowing that you're gonna be stuck in like this loop of like, am I in a dream? What's going on? But I'm so pissed off about the Lydia thing. I was so excited. I was so ready for it. And then they took it away from me. You bastards. I was gonna say though, I would have been annoyed if they were suddenly together over like a season break and we didn't get to actually see what happened to get them to that place of being together. So I was going to be a bit disappointed. So in that sense, I'm okay with it. But fuck you for even teasing that. I am curious though. Give me 1 second. I'm going to look up what the like real life break between each of the halves were. Yeah, about 5 months between them then. Oof. I wonder what the filming break was like. They must have had a break between filming, surely. I suppose it would probably be the same amount of time just like before, you know?
I feel like you're falling, like you're being strangled, or in my case, like you're at the center of a grove of magical trees where human sacrifices took place.
Lovely.
What if what we did that night, what if it's still affecting us? Post-traumatic stress or something?
I think you guys do need to focus on what Deaton was saying and not forget that, guys.
I'm not even sure this is real.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my boy, I'm so fucking sorry. Was that at the school not real then? Or is it implying that we're now in the next night and he's having another nightmare? Like, oh my god. I suppose it's meant to confuse us the same way it's confusing him. Like, how do you know what's fucking real and what's a dream? How does it feel being a true alpha? Oh. Put him away.
Can I ask you a question?
Allison related, I assume.
Are you angry at me?
No.
Are you sure?
No.
He doesn't know.
I mean, like, you didn't kiss her or anything,
No.
right?
No, absolutely not.
Did you want to?
Oh god, what is this? Yeah.
Don't test my entirely unsupernatural level of patience.
Yeah, I was gonna say, not just patience, but like, your house is gonna get fucked up. You gotta be careful though, Scott, because you are an alpha. You could fuck Isaac up. Oh, he was reading it in another language. Intriguing.
Yeah.
I don't think I recognized what language that was. No, doesn't look like anything that I'm familiar with. Interesting though. Why? Why is he seeing that in another language?
Files from the office.
Says sheriff station, do not remove.
Well, yeah, unless you're the sheriff.
Get
your butt to school, right?
I love that. I love these two. I hope we get more of him and his dad this season, especially now that he knows. You know, we can actually rope him in. Ooh. Oh, it's definitely affecting Allison. Flashback to the hospital. Jesus. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Kate Argent, fuck. Okay. Oh my fucking god. Oh, this season's gonna fuck me up.
Allison? You okay?
I don't know what to believe anymore. What's real and what's a dream? Interesting that we didn't see Scott go through anything though. The only thing that we saw with Scott was him thinking that he saw his claws in the shadow. So I wonder if that's because he's a werewolf. Maybe it won't affect him in the same way that it's affecting the other two. I'm not sure. Is it just designed to scare him? Make him think he's going to be found out or something?
Hey, hey. You alright? No, you're not. It's happening to you too.
Yes.
Seeing things, aren't you?
Good, we're talking about it. Malia Tate. Malia Tate. I thought that sounded familiar, but I think I'm getting mixed up with another show.
I'm sure by now you all know my daughter, Kira. Or you might not, since she's never actually mentioned anyone from school, or brought home a friend for that matter.
You do not tell an entire class or brought a friend home, because that just makes her sound like a loner. Bless her heart. She is beautiful. Oh my god. Hello, girly. Seems like Scott thinks so too.
Well, then you'd be dead.
Exactly.
Ooh. Oh shit.
Kira.
We know that there are other supernatural creatures coming. She literally said, me and my family moved here 3 weeks ago. Well, not she said, the teacher said. Thereby, they could be supernatural creatures. She just noticed that Scott was listening. Could she know that something might be up with Scott in that regard?
Oh, dude, your eyes. What about them?
Shit.
They're starting to glow. Scott, stop.
Uh-oh.
Stop it.
Oh, so that's what this is. It's making him unable to control his abilities. Shit. Using pain to like try and control himself. Good idea, but that is not sustainable for the long term.
Like, I can't see the words. I can't put the letters in order. Like, even now?
I don't even know if it's that. I think he's seeing another language.
I can't read a thing.
Oh god. What if we actually find out that this entire episode was one of Styles' dreams? That'd be crazy.
Are you serious? I'll be right back.
Oh, it's using Kate again. Wow. I assume this is going to be the thing that constantly haunts her. No. Oh, she needs to be careful because if she tries to shoot an arrow here, she might shoot Lydia. No, no. Oh my god, I knew it. For fuck's sake, thank god you're here, Isaac.
Oh my god, Lydia.
Jesus Christ. Interesting. Sorry I've paused so much, but like it's gonna happen in an episode like this because so many things are being like brought up and explained. It's basically a season premiere. It seems as though it's affecting them all in the same way each time. Scott is being affected with his werewolf abilities and thinking that people are able to see some parts, for instance, his shadow and all of that, and getting scared and getting worried about it. You've got Lydia, who am I talking about? You got Allison, who is constantly seeing her aunt and being affected by her death and just being basically haunted by her. Styles is the more interesting one. Styles is just going through, it seems like, very scary moments, but without a common link. The only common link we're finding is he keeps saying we can't let them in, which until we understand who the them is, doesn't really make sense to me. But equally, he's also experiencing this idea of not knowing when he's dreaming, always thinking that like he could still be asleep. I think that's his like common thread so far. If I was to say which one of them was worst, I would probably say, oh no, but then Allison almost killed Lydia because of her hallucination. Styles doesn't know if he's awake, and Scott could like fucking werewolf out in front of anyone. So I feel like they're all going through their own personal trauma that I don't think you can really compare which is worse.
What were you doing there?
Let's hope Melissa isn't home. Oh, she's home.
Hey, Dad, what is all this?
I've been looking over some old cases from a more illuminated perspective.
Okay, so that's what he's doing. Interesting.
As best we could tell, the body of his 9-year-old daughter had been dragged from the wreck by coyotes.
Oh.
Dragged and eaten.
Was the body nowhere to be found?
Couldn't they have just left the bites and the slashes?
Absolutely. But guess what night the accident occurred on?
Full moon.
Night of a full moon.
Wow. 8 years ago, though. That was before Derek's family died, wasn't it?
We probably need to talk about that.
Oh. So he's still around and he's investigating shit. Oh, no.
I don't actually know sign language. Actually, I didn't even know that you knew sign language or that was even an elective here.
He doesn't, but how is your brain able to comprehend this? How is your brain able to make sign language, you know? Isn't American Sign Language one-handed? Oh, bless you, Styles. Okay, there we go.
Stolinsky, stop reminding me why I drink every night.
Okay,
Anybody
let's
else wanna
unpack
answer the
that.
question?
Are you okay? What the fuck?
Dude, you weren't asleep.
Oh, that's even worse. Oh, that's horrible.
For half my childhood, I was locked in a freezer, so being helpful is kind of a new thing for me.
Okay, are you still milking that?
We are still
Oh, are we still milking that?
There's a Tibetan word for it. It's called bardo, the state between life and death.
Ooh.
Kira.
Lydia! Lydia! I need to see that again. That was such an accusatory look.
Wrathful deities. What are those?
Like demons.
Demons.
Yay!
Then what's the last one?
Death. You die.
Oh, so how do we help this girlie? Because we're going to need some more information about that.
And there's this twice.
That's door. When is a door not a door?
When it's ajar.
Oh.
You essentially opened a door in your minds.
Ah,
So what
so
does
you're
that
like
mean?
aware of things?
The door is still open?
Ajar.
It explains why Styles was seeing the Nematon then, because it's kind of like he's still linked to it / linked to that like supernatural, I don't say world, but like, how do you describe it? Like another dimension, kind of like a spiritual dimension. They're kind of still linked to that and it's seeping through slightly. I wonder what Allison's or Scott's is trying to say to them then. Unless Styles is just the only one that it was trying to communicate with and they're just going through it. I don't know.
You each need to close that door, and you need to do it as soon as possible.
But you haven't given us a way how. Maybe we just need to talk to Kira. Maybe she'll have more information for us.
I could use some help. Actually, your help. If you could somehow get a lock on her scent, if you could somehow help me.
8 years?
Well, there's somebody out there who murdered an entire family. Someone who still needs to be caught.
Oh, I knew he'd go down this route. It's so dangerous. You need to be careful, Sheriff.
I'm having a coyote problem. Population is up around here.
Hey, I know him. He was in Star Trek and the originals.
All I'm getting is some animal smell. What kind of animal? Dog.
Oh, use the power.
Be the alpha. I can't. I don't have control.
Oh, it's like affecting him every second of the day he doesn't have control? Shut the hell up. Okay. Apollo was like, fine, Dad.
Who the hell would want to murder my wife and girls, my whole family?
That's what I want to find out.
That's true. Even if it was a werewolf attack, could it have been targeted or could it have just been a random on a frenzy during a full moon?
Why is it so important now? Well, he wants to be able to solve one more while he's still sheriff.
Oh, your father.
I'm doing my job.
Your job sucks.
A lack of resolution and ability to close cases is what's going to get him fired. My job is just to collect the information.
Your job sucks.
I love that they had the same reaction. That was beautiful.
Calm down. Come with me right now.
Bless. Good job, Melissa. Oh, I love that she knows. It's so good.
My anchor was Allison.
Then be your own anchor.
Oh. Good job. Well done, Scott. Thank God, because we can't go fucking digging your nails in every single time.
You fall in love more than once. It'll happen again. It'll be just as amazing and as extraordinary as the first time. And maybe just as painful.
Honestly, I blame Disney. Like, this whole idea of finding, like, your one true love, falling in love, and, like, that being it. It's so unrealistic. Like, Honestly, you find so many people that you love in your life. Some of them not even romantic. They could be friends that you fall in love with in a sense, and you can't imagine your life without them, you know? Like, you don't need to focus on this idea of like finding the one person in all the billions of people on the planet that's for you. That just sounds so fucking hard. That just sounds so impossible. Like, come on now. There must be, like, if we're being completely honest, you think about probability and like percentages of like what parts of a person you're looking for, like what personality traits, what interests. It's like there's gonna be so many people who fit those categories. There's no such thing as one true love, in my opinion. You are gonna find people that are gonna be so amazing and you do fit with so well, but the concept of there being one singular person out of the billions of the planet that's for you, no. Is that Isaac?
You're sure Scott's okay with this? Isaac?
Yeah.
No, he is not. Isaac!
He said that.
Not in so many words, but...
Allison, this better be a hallucination, because if not, then I'm going to be a bit pissed off with Isaac.
It's around your neck.
It's to him, Allison.
Fucking hell, that was scary. Jesus.
Why wouldn't they move it? Isn't it evidence? Probably too much of a pain in the ass to tow out. Look at this.
Yeah, that's definitely a werewolf.
Hey, what is that?
Oh, and it won't be affected by the dog.
Hey, Styles.
What?
Ooh.
Scott, wait!
Don't leave him alone. No. Oh, God. Not while you're both hallucinating. This is going to be awful. Shit.
Malia?
Oh, do you think she was scratched by the werewolf, became one, and has been, like, living as a wolf this whole time? What? Is that Peter as well? Who? Who's doing this? Don't you dare tell me that's the end. Oh, you fucking wankers. Oh, that's so annoying. Oh, fuck's sake. Okay. So yes, there we have season 3, episode 13 of Teen Wolf. That was absolutely fantastic. Oh my fucking God. What an opening to a season. I'm going to keep referencing it as a season because I know it's like it's like a half season, but like it just makes sense. It's a completely different storyline. What an opening. Oh my God. So we got Allison, Scott, and Styles all completely fucking lost in these hallucinations / nightmares. You got Styles who never knows if he's asleep or awake. You got Scott unable to control his werewolf transformation, which, considering he's just become an alpha, is even worse. You've got Allison who's seeing her fucking dead aunt murdering the guy she's interested in. Like, these are some major psychological problems going on, and these are some things that these hallucinations themselves could traumatize them. So we'll see where they go from here, but yeah, some really interesting points brought up. So the FBI is currently investigating Styles' father, and it seems as though they're going down the route of him not being capable of doing the job, which fucking sucks. I get it. I understand. If you've got a sheriff who's like not solving cases, they're not doing their job. They're not helping everyone. Like, you have to replace them. Like, I understand logically why that makes sense, but us having the facts and knowing that there's a whole werewolf thing going on and it has nothing to do with Styles' dad is so frustrating. So we'll see what happens here. It's one of those things where it's like, if Scott reveals to his dad the truth and like his dad understands and everything, then maybe we could find a way forward. But even then, like, his dad's been given a job to find the facts and report back to the FBI. If he, like, even if he knows and understands, there won't be these facts to back up that Styles' dad is doing a good job, because technically he's not doing a good job, you know, based on the reports. So I don't know how we're going to find a way out of this, you know? In terms of other parts of the story, obviously, Peter and Derek have been captured. Where's Cora? That's my question. Like, where's Girly? Because I was under the impression that her and Derek were leaving together, and I was under the impression that they were leaving, not that Peter was going to be with them or anything. So that's intriguing. I wonder what happened here. Derek was looking at Peter very accusatory, and Peter was saying, why are you looking at me like this is my fault? But it obviously probably was Peter's fault. So what the hell happened there then? Who is doing this? Who is after them? Very reminiscent of the Hunters, very reminiscent of their way of torturing werewolves, but doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be them. Could be someone else, but yeah. We didn't get to see Allison's dad this episode, so could be him, but I don't think he'll go after them based on what we've seen so far. It seems like he's turned a new leaf, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, this whole thing with this Malia, that's it, yeah. This whole thing with Malia. So it was 8 years ago. She was a little girl. Could be anywhere between like what, 13 and 16, 17 right now, based on what we saw of her and everything. So that could very well be her. It could be one of those situations where she was scratched by the werewolf, taken into the woods, transformed, didn't understand what was going on, couldn't control it, turned into a wolf, and what has just been like living as a wolf for the rest of time. That makes sense when her dad was saying about coyotes coming around. Could it? Oh my god, sorry. There we go. Could it have been her? Could it have been her going back and visiting her dad? But he obviously didn't understand. But like, if that is the case, why not just turn back into a human? Like, does she have such little control? Is it that like she has just been a wolf the entire time, hasn't turned back human? I don't know, but that's such an intriguing thing to go down, so I'm excited. Other parts of the story, obviously, didn't get to see Ethan or Aiden this episode, which was intriguing, considering we were seeing Lydia, so I wonder what's going on there. I wonder where they are. I mean, we didn't see Danny either, so it could just be that Ethan wasn't here for the episode, but like, where's Aiden? Well, why is he not around? One person that I am very interested in is, what was her name? I think it began with a K. One sec. Kira. Yeah, that's her name. I'm very interested in her because her dad mentioned that they moved to Beacon Hills 3 weeks ago, which is very, very, very suspicious considering we know the supernatural creatures are meant to be being drawn to town. So going to be keeping an eye on her, especially with all the knowledge that she had about this, what was it called? I think it began with the B. I can't remember, but the Tibetan thing that she was talking about, which is very close to what they're all experiencing at the moment. But yeah, overall though, absolutely fantastic episode. Great introduction to the season, and I can't wait to see where we go from here. Now, give me 1 second to check if we have any Patreon questions for the episode. We do, we have a few, so more of a statement first. Can we just talk about Dylan's acting this episode? Absolutely fantastic. I mean, the main scene I can think of is when him and his dad were in bed and he was screaming. Like, that was way too fucking realistic. Like, pop the fuck off, mate. But the actual question tied to that, we've seen a more real manifestation of the darkness effects from the previous season. Was it what you were expecting, and how do you anticipate they will resolve this? The second part of that question, how will they solve it? I have no idea. Like, sitting here right now, I literally have no clue as to how they're going to be able to do this. It's going to be some kind of like spiritual exploration of themselves, probably, to be able to go into their mind and shut that door. But yeah, I literally have zero clue. What I assume is going to happen is Deaton is going to have some kind of like druid thing that he's going to be able to do to allow them to access their minds. But in terms of how to actually shut it, who fucking knows at this point? But in terms of the other part of the question and what I was expecting, yeah, I wasn't necessarily expecting it to be physical manifestations in the sense that, like, for instance, Scott being unable to control his powers. I didn't think we would go there, but that being said, being able to control your powers is more of a mental thing than it is a physical. So that kind of does make sense. I just never really made the connection between his ability to use his werewolf powers and everything. But in terms of the rest of it, yeah, it kind of was what I was expecting. We talk about darkness around the soul and everything. You always associate that with things like nightmares, hallucinations, things that aren't going to be good, things that are designed basically to torture you, to make you feel that darkness within you. So wasn't surprised in that sense. One thing that I was surprised about was the severity of how it's affecting them. I was thinking it was going to be more of like a subtle thing of we would slowly see a darkness take them over and we would notice that they are having nightmares and that. But like the sheer amount of nightmares, the sheer amount of hallucinations, how it's affecting them even when they're walking around in their daily life awake, I was not expecting it to be that severe. So very concerning for all of them, and I do hope that we can find a way out of this. But yeah, as of right now, I got no clue how. Next up though, who do you think has Peter and Derek? Also, knowing what we know about Peter's ultimate plan / goal to become an alpha again, do you think this has anything to do with that? No, I didn't think about that. That makes more sense with Derek looking at him sort of like judgmental, accusatory eyes. Maybe Peter did do something related to his plan, either going after an alpha, I don't know, or doing something related to trying to get his abilities and everything that then resulted in them getting captured. Okay, that makes more sense. Thank you for bringing that up. I don't know why my brain didn't make that connection, but in terms of who has them, I mean, Allison's dad wasn't around, and it was very reminiscent of what the Hunters did to Derek in, well, more specifically what Kate did to Derek in season 1, wasn't it? Yeah, it would have been season 1 with Kate. It was very reminiscent of that. So if it isn't Allison's dad, which I don't think it would be, like, why would Allison's dad have them? I don't think he would do that based on what we know about his character now and his journey. In terms of other people, I mean, Gerard's alive. Could be Gerard if he found a way to heal himself. It's just the reason I keep getting hooked on those two is just that it was so reminiscent of Kate that it feels like it must be some of the Hunters. It must be someone from their clan. So I guess we'll see. But yeah, that's my only real lead so far. Moving on, our next and final question. Each new title sequence brings hints and Easter eggs to arcs and themes in that season. With that in mind, what do you think the 3B title sequence is telling you will happen? Oh, good question. I'm going to go back and watch it because I think it was basically the same as other seasons, but obviously they had that red tint to a lot of it. But I don't remember making any like mental notes of like key differences. So give me a second. So obviously there's a lot of red, which like blood, scary. There's a lot of, it's very dark. It's like very dark. There was instances of a mask, like a scary mask. So I wonder whether that's going to be something that pops up. But yeah, main things to take away are a lot of red, i.e. blood, i.e. evil. And equally, there's a lot of darkness, which does make sense for the characters, but I can't really pick up on any other things. Maybe it's going to be one of those things where I'm going to look back and be like, oh, Harry, you idiot. Why didn't you see that? But yeah, those are my main takeaways from the title sequence, but I will try and keep my eye out then, because I didn't actually notice that mask thing the first watch through, so that was interesting. So going to keep a lookout for that as well. But yeah, overall, though, absolutely fantastic episode. Loving the vibes of the season. Equally, I don't like scary things. I don't like how this felt very jump scary, but equally I do. Like, just because it does scare me and it like I don't want it to happen doesn't mean that it isn't good. I don't quite know how to explain it, you know? It's like, I know I'm not watching a horror film, so like I'm down, but there will be moments where I'm going to be like, fuck you, how dare you? But they did them really well. Like, my God, the stuff with Allison going into the hospital, stuff with Styles and not knowing when he was awake, not knowing which part of the dream wasn't a dream. It was so good how they translate that to us as an audience as well. Like, we know the Styles is struggling to understand. I like how they made it so that we were struggling to understand as well, because I still don't fucking know what was real and what wasn't in that sequence. But yeah, anyway, with that said, though, absolutely great episode. Can't wait for the rest of the season, and I'm very excited for 3B. But with that said, thank you very much for watching. I've left a link down below to my Patreon, where you're able to find the early and uncut reactions to Teen Wolf and all the other shows that I do. Also left a link to my Twitch, my Discord, and my socials, so be sure to follow them if you are interested. And Jess, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.